Super Mario Odyssey has many kingdoms filled with things to do and sights to see, and of course I prefer some than I do more than others. Today, I want to rank the kingdoms in Super Mario Odyssey. The list is based off personal preference and things to do in the kingdom, nothing else. Now let's get started. Starting with the lowest on the list, we have the Cloud Kingdom. I have this last on the list since this kingdom is only used for a boss battle and nothing else. It looks nice though. Right after the Cloud Kingdom, we have the Ruin Kingdom. This is also so low because it's only used for a boss battle as well. I just have it higher because I enjoyed the boss battle in this kingdom more. And I also think that the dark feel of this place is better than the Cloud Kingdom's feel. The dark side is just a place for you to go for a boss rush, nothing important, but at least you can revisit it with things to do, unlike the previously mentioned kingdoms. Mario games always have that hard final level, and that is the darker side of Mario Odyssey. It's the final challenge where you partake a series of platforming challenges inside the moon. This challenge is a bit difficult, but satisfying to beat, or you can pull the frog skip at the beginning of it, or do the glide on skip like I did. I know it's not the most honorable way to do it, but whatever, it is what it is. Here starts the actual interesting places in Odyssey. The Cap Kingdom is the first kingdom that you interact with the game in. It's low on the list because it doesn't appeal to me since it seems dead. I mean, there are hat ghosts who live there in hat houses, but that's basically all this kingdom has to offer. It's not bad at all, just doesn't interest me. Please explain to me why Mario can't breathe in the water but he can breathe in space. Mario's been in space many times, but never to the actual moon. I think this kingdom is cool. First of all, it's on the moon, but it's so low on the list because like the Cap Kingdom, I find it barren. I mean, there is a church at the top of it where Bowser and Peach were supposed to get married, but that's it. Also, somehow Bowser took over the moon by having his goons colonize the inside of it, but I have nothing to say about that, so let's just move on. I don't like water levels at all. I would rather swim in a pool of Legos than play a water level. The Lake Kingdom has a beautiful theme, and so much to it, but my bias against water levels makes me not enjoy it as much as I should. I usually hate swimming in water in most games, but in this game it's not as bad as other games I've played. One of my favorite parts of this kingdom are the little glass domes that you can enter for air. It's super cool and I like the concept. I also think the resident fish people are interesting too. Unfortunately, this is so low on the list for reasons that I've stated before. Just not into water levels, you know? I've always loved cold areas in games, and that's probably why I put the Snow Kingdom above the Lake Kingdom. Yeah, I know the kingdom can seem like a barren wasteland without much to do, but that's something worth arguing for. Sometimes less is good, and even if it seems like the Snow Kingdom has nothing, I can beg to differ. A little neat concept about this kingdom is that the water freezes you if you go inside of it, and there's also a little town you can go inside. The creatures who live there are super adorable. The next couple of kingdoms are kingdoms that deserve respect, but I don't think that much highly of them. The Cascade Kingdom is the second kingdom you stop in during the main game, and the first impressions it leaves are amazing. Being the first main kingdom that allows you to gather moons, it really gives you the idea of how the game will play out. Gather the needed amount of moons to progress, and it doesn't matter which ones you get. Also, for such a small area, there is a lot to see. First of all, the landscape is gorgeous and so is the background. Second of all, you could become a damn T-Rex. If that isn't what you think you needed in life, believe me, it is. This place is wonderful. The Luncheon Kingdom is based solely off of food. It's a 10 out of 10 concept since food is a 10 out of 10 topic. There's nothing much to say either. You travel around a world of food with utensils as the inhabitants. And that's it. The quote-unquote lava in the kingdom is burning hot stew. In my opinion, that's a good way on how to implement lava. Usually all Mario games have a Bowser area that's primarily a lava castle. The Bowser Kingdom changes that up. It's now some floating samurai fortress and legit the coolest thing I've ever seen Bowser as a hangout so far. There are good challenges here and tight platforming sections. The design is splendid, like they really nailed the whole ninja samurai aesthetic that you can tell they were going for with the kingdom. The Sand Kingdom is so vast and grand. Like the Snow Kingdom, it may look barren but there's plenty to do. There's a tiny town and a whole entire upside down pyramid. There are also these lion things that you can ride called Jaxies that run over everything at fast speeds. I think they're my favorite part about this kingdom. I've always had a fear about what would happen if I got trapped on an island, and that's what happens in Mario when the Odyssey breaks down on the Lost Kingdom. The kingdom is dense with vegetation, and for some reason, there's poison surrounding the whole entire island. I just love the colors and mysterious vibe of the Lost Kingdom, and I wish I saw more places like this in future Mario titles. My favorite part of the kingdom is Glidon, a flying lizard that you can possess at the highest peak of the kingdom and glide all the way down back into the trees. Robots living inside a forest has to be one of the most ironic concepts ever. The Woodleigh Kingdom is a mechanicalized forest. The robots built a lot in the forest, and it's honestly really cool to see Mother Nature mixed in with technology. There's even a dome around the whole place, showing how much the robots value this area. A neat factor about this kingdom is, if you fall into what looks like a death pit, you actually fall into a spooky area, with an active T-Rex moving around who probably would love to snack on Mario. Mario 64 is such an amazing game, and seeing the Mushroom Kingdom and Peach's Castle return in Odyssey made me have a soft spot for this kingdom. Of course you can explore all around, and there's more to do than it looks like. You can even go into the castle. Too bad there aren't paintings for you to go into Mario 64 levels though. Instead you can refight bosses from different parts of the game. Oh yeah, one last thing I want to mention. At the end of Mario 64, you can find Yoshi on top of the castle. A throwback to that is, if you go on top of the castle in here, you can find Yoshi and capture him. You can't tell me that isn't awesome. The Metro Kingdom completely changed my views on things when I think about Mario. I used to think as Mario as a plumber who just goes to unrealistic wacky worlds, jumping around having nothing better to do with his life. But now, I know that the realistic parts in the Mario universe look amazing. The Metro Kingdom is a city that contains everything that a human city in real life contains. A crowd of people hustling and bustling, large buildings that Mario can platform through, and lots of signs and advertisements from all over the Mario series. Also, taxi drivers that don't know how to drive. It's also interesting to see humans standing next to Mario, confirming that Mario is not a human. It's just interesting and goofy to look at. Even though this kingdom is one of my favorites, there's one more that I enjoy more than every single kingdom on this list. I know that I said I hated water levels, but the Seaside Kingdom is by far my favorite kingdom in Super Mario Odyssey. The kingdom has such a calm mood to it that I wish existed somewhere in the world we live in, cause I want to visit it. The glass in the middle of the kingdom is dazzling, and the only reason I don't hate the water level is because there are fast ways you can travel around here, using flowers to run on the water or capturing the gushions. You can also go into the glass by jumping into the flowing water, explore the canyon behind the Odyssey, or just walk around in the sand. Just this little simplistic idea of a relaxing beach kingdom that looks amazing makes it my favorite kingdom in Mario Odyssey. Man, that was a lot. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what your favorite kingdom is down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.